Hi there, and welcome back to Living Marvelously. I started a blog about, it's been 8 years now ago to help midlife women really discover their best life during a time when we're given more opportunity to reflect and decide what we want to do with our lives. We've already done a lot of the caregiving. Our children are maybe off on their own. We may have parents we're taking care of, but this is really our time. Midlife is our time to reflect and figure out what it is that really brings us joy, where our passions are, what we can do with the remainder of our life, which could be another 20, 30 years, which is a long time. So it's not meant to stay behind and let other people now live their lives. It's time for us to move forward. And so I wrote a blog post called Feeling Invisible in Midlife and how to step back into your power. And I'd like to share that with you today. So there are many stages of life: childhood, school, college, work, marriage, parenting, and on and on. And that's the most traditional role. There are so many more paths you can take, but ultimately they all lead to midlife, specifically your 50s and 60s. And this is the stage that gets overlooked, and you can start feeling invisible in midlife. You look around one day and think, when did I start feeling like I'm in the background of my own life? The kids maybe don't need you in the same way anymore. Your roles are shifting. The workplace feels younger. Your body is definitely changing, and you wonder how you fit into this world. And often you are left to reflect and ponder this on your own. You don't want to be the one who says you are feeling lost, confused, bored, or unfulfilled with your life. It looks like everyone else has it figured out, right? But this is what I believe. You are not fading, you are transitioning. Midlife is not a disappearing act, it's a recalibration. But if you've been feeling a little bit unseen by others or even by yourself, here's how to begin stepping forward again. Here's how to take back control and live this precious life that we are so lucky to still have. So, number one, notice where you've been playing small. Many of us were raised to be agreeable, accommodating, helpful, and that works beautifully until it erases us. Because sometimes invisibility isn't imposed, it's practiced. We downplay our experience, we soften our opinions, we introduce ourselves with, oh, I'm just helping, I'm just a mom, or, oh, it's nothing. But it isn't nothing. Your lived experience is decades deep. That's not background energy, it's wisdom, and we need to share that wisdom. I've got a few journal prompts for each of these key points that I'm making today. And the journal prompt for this one is, where have I been minimizing myself or my contributions? When do I add just to describe what I do? And what am I deeply knowledgeable about that I rarely claim out loud? Gosh, my head is spinning just reading those again. And I've done this exercise. There is so much there that we have done throughout in our 40 to 50 years of life that need to be shared. If you need help remembering all that you have accomplished in your life, I have a journal on my website called Marvelous Milestones Journal. It's free, no opt-in. Hop on to livingmarvelously.com and look for the Marvelous Milestones Journal that you can use to really do some reflection. All right, number two, update your identity. If you've spent years caring for others, it can be hard to answer the question, who am I now? Midlife is often the first time we get to consciously choose our identity rather than inherit it. This might be where feeling invisible in midlife starts because you don't have anyone paying attention anymore. No one is telling you what you should be doing. You're allowed to evolve, want new things, describe yourself in a way that feels good and expansive. And it's also a time when you can proclaim that others' opinions do not define you. Who do you want to be now? Here are some journal prompts to help you with that reflection. If I weren't describing myself by my roles, how would I describe myself? And what parts of me feel ready to grow? What interests or curiosities have been quietly waiting for attention? Number three, reclaim your desires. This is really important to me. And one of the biggest signs of feeling invisible in midlife is losing touch with what you want. I've had clients that have told me that they don't even know what brings them joy anymore. They've been nurturing other people and finding joy in the ways that they're needed to find joy. They don't even know what brings themselves joy anymore. So when everyone else's needs take center stage for decades, your own desires can go silent. You may have forgotten what they are and what brings you joy at this time. Another resource I have on my website is called the Download Your Dream Life ebook. Again, free, no opt-in. Hop on to livingmarvelously.com and search for that. And you can start small. Maybe it's more rest, creativity, connection, movement, or fun. Or maybe it's realizing that you don't have to be on or noticed all of the time. It's okay to enjoy being at home reading, watching movies, spending time with your partner or your family. Desire is not selfish. It's a signal that you are meant for more. There's more for you to do in this wonderful life that you've been given. And if, we're still alive in our 50s and 60s and going strong, we are so lucky and we need to be grateful and use that time wisely. Journal prompts. What do I want more of in this season of life? What feels energizing instead of draining? And if I gave myself permission to prioritize one thing just for me, what would it be? Number four, take up space in small, brave ways. Visibility doesn't have to mean starting a business, changing careers, or reinventing your entire life, unless that's what you want to do. But sometimes it looks like speaking your full opinion in a meeting, saying no without over explaining or even explaining at all why you just say no, dressing in a way that reflects who you are now, starting that creative project you've been thinking about for years, or having conversations with your partner about what you want, whether it's your partner or your kids or your parents. Let somebody else know and let them help you. Small acts of alignment really build quiet confidence. And that confidence is contagious. You feel better, which raises your vibration and it allows the universe to bring you more opportunities to feel confident and joyful. Journal prompts. Where can I practice taking up space this week? What boundary would feel freeing to set? And when do I feel the most confident? Number five, rewrite the story. Here's the part that matters most. Feeling invisible in midlife is not the last stage of life. It's the editing phase. You get to decide what stays, what to release, how to refine your voice. And perhaps the most powerful truth of all, you are not here to shrink so others feel comfortable. You are here to live fully, express honestly, and embody the wisdom you've earned. So if you need more motivation, I have many posts on livingmarvelously.com to cheer you on. Living marvelously is my way of keeping my life fulfilled. It brings me joy. I hopefully am showing compassion, and it really gives me a sense of purpose. So, a final reflection. If you've been feeling invisible, don't panic. Sometimes what feels like fading is shedding roles, expectations, or the version of you that kept everyone else comfortable. Because underneath all that is a woman who knows more than she did at 25, who has survived, learned, loved, and grown. A woman who still has desire, creativity, and contribution in her bones. So you are not fading. Midlife isn't the end of the story. It's the start of an entirely new stage in life. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Again, I'd love for you to check out livingmarvelously.com. I haven't done a video here for a while, but if you're so inclined, I'd love for you to subscribe. I'd love for you to like this video, share a comment. I'm hoping to get on here a little more frequently, but felt the call to share today. So again, thank you and have a great day.